Hello, happy travelers. Welcome to Ketchikan, Alaska. So if you're just joining us, we've spent the last couple days on a 7-day Alaska cruise. Our last port of call was Juneau, but we actually already made videos in Juneau on a trip a few years ago. This morning we arrived in Ketchikan, and we're gonna start the day off with a city walking tour.
So ship right there, the Grand Princess. It has treated us very well so far. 2 thumbs up. We're just taking it easy in Ketchikan because we did our expensive excursion in Skagway, which is definitely worth it. But I saw a walking tour with huskies in Ketchikan, and since I haven't seen any Alaskan sled dogs yet, I was like, I have to do this one. So as we said before, while we're waiting for our tour, we are in Ketchikan, which is the southernmost Alaska cruise port, usually. It is located in the Tongass National Forest, which is the largest national forest in the US, and it's actually temperate rainforest, so it does get very damp here.
So whenever we visit a new city, we always like to take a city tour or some sort of walking tour, just because we find it's like the best way to really get familiar with a new place that you've never really been before. And when Kelly heard that there were huskies that would take you on the walking tour, you know we had to sign up.
Got myself a dog.
Our husky tour guides led the way up into the outskirts of town, away from the noise of the port. And soon we were walking on a path through the forest that we never would have found on our own. Our human guide then gave us information about all the native plants and trees that we were passing by. Our next stop was a beautiful little park that the dogs sure seemed to enjoy. Oh.
You sound like you're being tortured.
Oh.
So the thing about walking with dogs is they kind of set the pace, so it's more of a stroll than like a power walk, which is fine. I like it.
Sometimes you just gotta stop and sniff the bushes.
Exactly. I've been to Ketchikan several times before, never been to any of these places, so this is really cool.
After we made our way walking down the main creek in town, we were told all about the different salmon runs that happen throughout the year.
And then on this side, as we go across close to us, is a salmon ladder. This is another thing that this organization of commercial fishermen has instituted in a lot of these creeks, where they build something to just help them get up and past the obstacles.
Beautiful up here. And we were soon walking towards Ketchikan's famous Creek Street. As the first port of entry into Alaska, Ketchikan became a major stop for loggers, fishermen, and miners in the first half of the 20th century. Creek Street was especially popular, as back then both sides of the creek were lined with brothels. But don't worry, all the buildings are now gift shops or restaurants, and it is one of the most picturesque streets in all of Alaska.
All right, we just ended our husky walking tour, and it was super fun. We actually went quite a bit longer than we were supposed to, just because we were the only ones on the tour, so she showed us a couple extra spots. The dogs kind of set the pace for the whole thing, and they were just strolling along, so we were just strolling along. It was actually really nice, and saw a lot of areas of Ketchikan that I don't think we would have seen otherwise.
This tour is definitely about the Huskies, and they were great. A lot of people stopped to want to pet them and take pictures with them. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, they're like Ketchikan celebrities.
Yeah, they knew all the spots to go to get their treats, and it was really nice to walk around and learn a little bit about Ketchikan, but also these dogs like bring just so much joy to everybody that sees them. They're like, are those real Alaskan sled dogs? And they were. They like never raced, but they
are trained to be sled dogs.
Really, really cool. They're both a bit older. They're both 13. So they're walking at a much slower pace, but it was a great tour.
Our tour guide's name was Rianne, and the dogs were Scarlet and Quinn. And we'll go ahead and link them in the description in case you're ever on a cruise and want to go on a walking tour with some pups.
And then Rianne, our tour guide, printed out a little magnet for us, took a photo and gave us a little magnet.
Took a picture with her phone, and then she had a little mobile printer and printed it out.
That's so cool.
And now we have a magnet, which is great because we collect magnets.
Yeah, that was so neat. So that's awesome. We had a really awesome time. I can definitely recommend this tour. And again, we'll link it in the description if you're interested.
Okay, now we're gonna go get some food, and our guide lives locally, so she gave us a couple recommendations. We're gonna go to a place called Annabelle's, which has some good chowder and such, we heard. So I am very hungry, and like a hot soup sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
It's cold here.
We're filming this video in May, and it's probably about 40 degrees today. The wind is not up as crazy as it was the last couple days, so that's nice, but it is definitely a little colder. So salmon chowder, just about the perfect thing right now. Restaurant's been here since 1927, and they're known for their clam chowder. Kelly went for salmon chowder with a bread bowl. I decided to go for their seafood chowder, which has salmon, halibut, and scallops with like a New England clam base. Food has just arrived. Huge bowl of soup. Super hungry, can't wait.
They're also famous for their sourdough in this area, so figured I'd give it a try. Oh, it's hot. But good. Really good. I annihilated my bread bowl. We smelled this place as we were walking by. It's called Orca corn, and we got some kettle corn, which is the most delicious thing in the entire world. So we're gonna bring this back to the ship with us, and I'm very excited. It smelled so good. And it's right by the cruise ship dock, so it's easy and dangerous. Well, we made it back to our stateroom, and Kevin immediately went out to get us some coffees because we are a little tired. It was really nice exploring Ketchikan today. I've been here on several cruises, and I've never gotten to see that side of it, so that's really cool. Definitely recommend the Husky walking tour. As I said, we'll link it down below if you want to check it out. If you liked us, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and give us a subscribe. That really helps to support us. And who knows, maybe we'll be going on another cruise in the future. We'll see. Until then, this is Kelly from the Awkward Tourists. Peace out. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up and give us a subscribe. That really helps us. What's going on with his hair?